All right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Freak Flag Freedom Party State of the Party and Call to Action event. So usually around this time, and I think it happened earlier this month, Congress will ask the President to come address Congress and give his State of the Union address. So I asked myself to come up here because I figured it was time to give a State of the Party address for the Freak Flag Freedom Party. So first thing I want to do is read the Freak Flag Freedom Party mission statement.
Yes. Yes.
The Freak Flag Freedom Party for exploratory creativity and freedom one's mind is a community-driven socio-political organization for all creative people. The intent of the party is for its members to collaborate, promote, provide solidarity, and support creative artists of all disciplines. The party provides resources and fosters community engagement to better the practices of our members and the general public. So, thank you. So real quick, just a little bit of history. I founded the party in November 2024. We put on 2 other shows besides this one being the third, the first being our inaugural convention. And November 2024, right before the election, and Consonance Dissonance was in last summer. And those were held at our unofficial headquarters of named Railroad Earth. I'm gonna give you some statistics. So since November 2024, and this is where we're at right now, we have 101 members in 16 US states, in 6 countries, over 4 continents.
Wow.
So the Freak Flag Freedom Party is literally worldwide.
That's great.
So on this card, which I'll talk to you about in a second, Brian Baker over here came up with this great description of how you can contribute to the party and creative community. And it's called, what is your skill? We ask what your skill is. So I look at a skill as a skill or a contribution, or what gift can you give to the creative community or the Freak Flag Freedom Party. So some of those are composers, musicians, printers. I have a noise box builder. We have dancers, we have photographers, we have woodworkers, we have painters, we have writers, and we have poets. But some of my favorite skills or gifts or contributions that I've seen on the cards are bakers, we have farmers, we have animal wranglers, and in my favorite, audience. Without the audience supporters, and people providing love and support for the community.
Yes.
So as a member of the Freak Flag Freedom Party, I've developed a few tools, and they're simple things, but they're to be used to help our mission, right? So I created a member Rolodex, so every member is in this Rolodex, and every member has access to this Rolodex. And it has all these contributions and skills, names, email addresses, and then the purpose of that is, hey, if I need a digital artist, I get in touch with, Chris Stone. If I need a printer, I get in touch with Brian Baker. So if we work together and collaborate together, whether it is spending money on each other, whether it is bartering with each other, we keep everything in the community, right? There's no point in going to, I don't think Kinko's is around anymore, but if you don't go to Kinko's, you go to, whoever is doing regular printing, Miss Cricket, who's up in North Dakota or something like that, I think. Another thing that we developed is just a simple Google Calendar. All members have access to this Google Calendar. Input your events. Another purpose of that is, hey, I'm in Boston, And Chris is up in Boston, he's putting on an event, he puts it on the calendar. I don't know what's going on in Boston. I might go to the Strict Flag Freedom Party calendar and see what's going on because I trust the party. I know they're gonna output something great. I look, Chris has his event on, I'm gonna go check that out because it's Strict Flag Freedom Party. That's the purpose of that. Within Atlanta, all of our events, you know, if you put your event on the calendar, we know what's going on and we can go out and we can support each other. I usually talk this much without needing water, but another thing I've developed is a Discord channel. I created that and it's not used very much today, but it's an opportunity for us to get in touch with each other quicker. If you don't want to send an email, you don't want to do whatever, there's chats, there's different rooms, I think they call them on Discord. But that is there's another tool for us to stay together, and only party members have access to that. So I was talking to Majid the other day, and about the party, about his projects, and we're talking about the AACM out of Chicago. And if you don't know what the AACM is, the Association of Creative Musicians, and it was founded in 1965. A lot of free jazz comes out of that organization. But Majid said something that was kind of enlightening to me. He said there's no reason why the Freak Flag Freedom Party can't be as important as the AACM is.
Yeah.
One day, if we work together and we take care of each other as a community, there's no reason why. I think they just celebrate their 60th year, 1965 to now. Someone do the math. That's 50? 60, thank you.
Louisiana public education.
Hey, I went to Salmon High School.
Slidell, Louisiana.
Micah pretends like she's smarter than everybody else, but she's from Slidell too.
Shade thrown.
So yeah, there's no reason why 60 years later, 40 years later, 30, I mean, they had an instant impact in that community, and they're known worldwide and very well respected. There's no reason why the Freak Flag Freedom Party can't, I don't want to say mimic that, but can't be the same thing as that, all right? To learn more about that, the AACM, I challenge you to read this big, thick book. It's about that thick. And if anybody's read it, can say I'm not exaggerating. I haven't finished it. Yeah, I'm not over-exaggerating, which I am pretty good at doing, but it's that thick. It's called A Power Stronger Than Itself. The title right there makes you want to check it out. Like, what power is greater than itself, all right? So, it's cool to have, work in a corporate world and look at data and analytics and try to get ahead of shit and figure out how we're gonna be proactive in things. And it's cool to look at that, and it's cool to look at all this stuff, but one thing they always talk about is you have all this data, but how do you make it actionable? 101 members, 16, whatever amount of countries, 4 continents, whatever the data said. How do you make it actionable? I'm gonna read a definition of action. The word action that I took off of like dictionary.com. Something done or performed, an act or a deed, an act that one consciously wills and that may be characterized by physical or mental activity. It's the definition of action. So how do we make, and I've asked this question a few times in the little monthly emails, how do we make this actionable? What action do we take as a party? I mean, there's a decent amount of people, and I'm very happy you're here. So we got all these smart people. I'm looking at educators and printers and woodworkers and all these people. How do we make this actionable? So the first thing that I'm committing myself to for the party, again, same meeting with Majid, together we are going to do the research in 2026 and apply to make the Freak Flag Freedom Party a nonprofit organization. apply for the 501c3 status. Majid wants to do the same thing with Otherware Research Enterprises, so we started talking, and part of that community building and the community coming together is, hey man, I want to do this, hey, I want to do this too. Well, let's do it together, let's figure it out together. Do you know how to do this? No, I don't know how to do this shit, but you know what? Let's figure it out together, because that's what people do, that's what community does, and we're going to hold each other accountable, and we're going to get it done.
Yeah.
That's how you take action. With that, then we can apply for funding grants, and they're low now, but any penny that we can get, we can put on more events like this. We can do whatever, the sky's the limit, right? The second thing that I'm gonna ask of all of you guys is this, and this is an easy one. So I wrote this like 5-point platform, and a lot of that stuff isn't actionable. Oh, we're gonna take over the radio stations and make them play our music and shit. No, that's not actionable, that's not real, right? One thing I wrote in this 5-point platform was, we must teach our kids the meaning of freedom of expression. Everybody here knows a kid somewhere. If not, you can like rent one or buy one or adopt one or something, right?
You can rent them nowadays. It's terrible.
We must teach our kids the meaning of freedom of expression. So that starts tomorrow morning. You go home and you work with the little people. You have a niece, a nephew, whatever. So like, there's a saying that's, and I might mess it up, I don't think it's a quote. I mean, I've heard it a bunch of different places, but it essentially says that all kids are artists until society gets a hold of them and tells them that they suck, pretty much, right?
Exactly.
You can't draw that fruit bowl correctly, but that's the way I see the fruit bowl, and all, you know, whatever. That note is wrong. It's the wrong note. There are no wrong notes. Work with the young people. Don't discourage them. That's number one. I keep on bringing up Majid's name a lot because we spoke for like over an hour the other day. If we can get funding, if we can get some kind of donation money, whatever, and the conversation of keeping money in the family, there's composition people, there's all these people. And I'm just talking music because that's what I know. But work with the kids, create a composition for the kids. We've spoken about a junior AIO. It's junior AIO choir.
Yeah.
Teach them different ways to be creative other than the norm. Keeping it all the money in the family, then I commission Adam, I commission Majid, I commission whoever to write a composition for 12-year-olds. It'll be awesome. And you teach them how to be creative, how to do something different than the norm. AI is here, and all these things are here, and pop music is huge. But teach them alternative ways to express themselves. You express yourselves through your emotions, all these things. Put that in whatever you do to be creative. All right, so here's the pitch. So I'll try to make this as short as possible, but if you like what you hear and you're interested in joining the party, over on that table over there, there's these membership cards. You fill out the membership card, both sides. This side, I can't do this thing, and this side. You'll fold it, rip it off. You'll put this side, the big side, the black box over there, you can put that in the lid. You keep this side, stick in your, I have mine in my wallet, so I could be a card-carrying member of the Freak Flag Freedom Party.
Yeah. Mine is too.
You got your, I know Priscilla has hers. You can do that. There's like free stickers over there. There's some flyers from tonight's show. They didn't all get put up. And that's it. So we're gonna start with some music here in a second. When I stop gabbing, with the North Scenic Orchestra. North Scenic Route Orchestra, I apologize. It's a long. That's all right. Free Flag Freedom Party for, that's all. So I want to, I'll close with this one quote. And it's a quote from a song from Saul Williams. He's a poet and musician and all the great things, a real Renaissance man, right? And I don't know where he got the quote from. He says a great man, but that might have been poetic license, but I'm stealing it. He says, as a great man once said, there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. Time's now for the Free Flag Freedom Party. Thank you.
Yeah.